Okay, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone is doing okay. So today we are going to make V60 iced or called V60. So this is what you need to know before you make your iced V60. So there is the items that you need. First of all, you need the coffee beans. Should be fresh and done degassed, and you need a scale, coffee scale for weight, and you need measuring cups, and you need the grinder if you have a whole beans, and a kettle which has temperature settings whereby you can set your temperature, and paper filter, and you need your V60 flask and the V60 itself. So first of all, why is it called V60? It's a V60 because of the V shape, and from this side to this side we have a 60 degrees. That's why it's called V60. So for iced, I prefer using this one with a small hole, because it's quite a little bit slower on the brewing, which allows me to get enough brewing. Because on the ice, I'm going to use ice cubes, which is not going to pass through the coffee beans, which we call bypass. So that's why I need the rest of the water to brew properly. So there is another type of V60, which is this one, which have a huge hole, as you can see. So this one, I prefer this one on the hot V60. So another thing you need is the brush to help you clean as you go, for the cleaning the station. And yeah, I guess so. So let's get started. First of all, you need to know, before you start making your V60, you have to make sure you have the recipe. So when you are talking about the recipe, we have the water temperature that we are going to brew on. So today we are going to use 92 degrees. So another thing is a ratio. We are going to use the ratio of 1 to 12 because it's cold, but this 1 to 12. So another thing I said, calculator, I forgot. It's still good to have it, but if you can calculate it in your mind quickly is fine. So we're gonna use 20 grams. So the dose, also this is the recipe in the recipe. So our dose is 20 grams. The ratio, it says 1 to 12. So we're gonna take 20 grams. This one, it symbolizes 1 gram of coffee will be dissolving in 12 grams of water. So we're gonna take 20 grams times 12. We will get 240. So 240 grams of water. We will not brew with all of this water. We will just keep 100 grams for ice, and which means we will brew with 140 of water. And this 140, I will try to divide it into the 3 parts, which I may get like 40 something, 46 on each brew. So the another thing is, yeah, let's get started. So we are going to dose. So the 20 grams is my preference. You can use 15 grams. You can use 16, 17, or 18, 19 to 20. So it's up on you or up on the beans you are using. We are using, by the way, Ethiopia. So the next thing I'm going to do is to adjust my grind size. One thing I want you to know about the grind size, guys, the grind size is not constantly. It may change, depends on what you're looking for in the coffee beans, depends on the roasting date, depends on the coffee origin, depends on a lot of things. For me, I'm not going to tell you the numbers because I don't want you guys to memorize this number I'm using, as you can use it. No, this is for me, this is where I did my calibration. So I'm going to place my coffee beans in there. So I already rinsed the grinder. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to grind my coffee beans immediately, because I want it to stay fresh. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take my V60. I'm going to place the pepper filter. So guys, when you're making an order for a customer, you have to be quick. So as you can see, I'm holding a phone here to make sure the sound is clean. That's why you'll see that I'll be quite slow, but you need to be physical fit. So placing my pepper filter, the next thing I'll do, I'm going to rinse my pepper filter. This rinsing, it helps me to remove the pepper flavors or the pepper smell, and also it will help me to stick my pepper filter on the V60. Let's put this one here. So I'll just throw this water. Okay guys, so for me, remember we are making Iced V60, but for me I prefer adding ice later. So some people, you will see, you will add ice and brew over the ice, which is okay, you can use that method as well. But for me, I tried different times, and I feel like when I'm brewing over the ice, at the end of the brewing, I'm having like less flavors. I can say I'm feeling like more watery than on the same ratio. If I use the same ratio and brew and add ice later, it helps me to have that concentration or the full reach of flavor as I'm expecting for my ratio to deliver. So now I will check my water is ready. So I'm going to grind my coffee beans. So I have to make sure I hit the grinder so that I will get all the particles. Okay, 20 grams in. So once I have my ground coffee in there, I need to level or to give it a little bit shake. This one, it's like distributing, or it helps me to level because I need my coffee to level so that when I'm brewing, I'll need to have even brewing. So the next thing I'm going to tell to zero the dose. So I'm going to start the time immediately and start pouring my first pour, which I'll be pouring going in the clockwise in the circular motion. So I'm going to pour the first 45 grams. Okay, let's do 40 grams alone in the first pour, and then I will let it the for at least 30 to 40 seconds. Sometimes some people, I have my friend, he prefer going even 1 minute, which is better because we need to get enough, because also this beans is new, so it's good to get enough time to degas. So let's start the time immediately. We need to start pouring. Normally you have to put another hand here and it goes so slowly, but I'm using the other hand to hold the microphone. I'm using this phone as a microphone to get proper sound. So our first dose of water is in. We need to wait until the degassing. I can see the bubbles, the gas are coming out. And another thing is the pepper filter. So the pepper filter I'm using here, it's quite little more bigger. It's not the size of this V60 I'm using here. So if you can see, I tried to fold it because I don't want my brewing or my extraction to be interrupted. So we just leave it to go until 1 minute. So now we're gonna go in and pour the second pour, which will be the second 50 grams, which will make total of 90 grams. Okay, we're in. So now we are going to wait again until 1 minute and 30 or 1 minute and a half. So after that, we will pour our last pour and wait for the total extraction, which should be at least 3 minutes. Okay, 29, 30, let's go. From the wall toward in the center, our last pour slowly and in circular motion. 1 140. So now we have our total water according to our ratio we are using. A ratio of 1 to 12, 20 grams in, 240 out, 140 brewing water, and 100 ice cubes. So I can't wait to sip this coffee. We already have 2 minutes and the brewing is still going smoothly. Yeah. If you have any question, guys, and please make subscribe for more video. There is more video coming up. Make subscribe, comment, like. Let me know in the comment section if you have any question about what you are making here, or maybe if you have any suggestion, or maybe if you see there's something we are doing wrong, we would like to learn as well, because we are all human beings. We learn from each other. And also, I would like you to follow me on my Instagram. I will put the link in the description. Hit that subscribe button and let's keep brewing. Yes, my Instagram name is Zubair Simba, or brewing since 2019. There is a story behind that. That is why I like saying I started brewing 2019. There has been a lot of I can say experience, or I can say struggle or hustle, anything. So in this channel, we will be having a different content like this, brewing coffee, sharing some recipes, ratios. We will be having podcasts, talking with people with different experiences in different categories. We'll be sharing the opportunities of job opportunities, like strategies, how to find a job. You don't forget to check my previous video. It talks about finding the job, even if it's in Kinyarwanda, sorry. Yeah, so our brewing is done. So now we're gonna tail this one and add ice and sip it. Yeah, so we're gonna tail back to 0 and then add ice cubes. Remember, we need 100 exactly. So I had my glass ready, and the first thing I'm going to do, because remember when we were brewing this was hot, so we're gonna give it a swirl to make sure we create the sweetness, the balance between the 3 pours, and also to let our ice do their work. So some people prefer adding another ice here. Remember, if I add another ice cubes here, it's going to interrupt my ratio. It's going to give me more water than I calculated. So I prefer keeping this and use the same ice cubes I have here in my accounting. Excuse my eyes, guys. I have eyes problem. So this is a magic cup. Just swirl it like that and pour. Ooh. And catch it. Yeah. So first of all, one thing I forgot to tell you guys. When we grind coffee here, what we have there, we have fragrance. And after brewing, we have aroma. The difference is the fragrance is the dry smell. The aroma is the wet smell. Keep that in mind. I know you might need it sometimes. So first, the other thing, we're gonna check our aroma. Wow, so amazing, fruity. And white chocolate. So we're gonna go on and give it a sip. First sip. Wow. So amazing, balance. And as I told you guys, I'm having that rich that I'm expecting. That's why I prefer adding ice later, so that I will have the flavor, the richness of flavor, the intensity of flavor, you know, like what I'm having right now. And already the ice I placed them now, it's already cold. But if I put ice before, for me, I feel like this personally, I feel like it's going to be even more watery. But I tried this, guys, with the same ratio, same recipe to both. putting ice before and putting ice later. So for me, I prefer this method, and that's why I decided to make video with this method. So okay guys, you can try this recipe and let me know on my Instagram or in the comment section if you have tried it. It's so amazing. Thank you guys. Hope this one helps you in your brewing game. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Share with a friend, like, comment. Ciao.